Are you getting ready to relocate to the Fort Walton Beach, Florida area, but you're not sure if you're going to like it or not? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about why living in Fort Walton Beach might be hell if you can't handle these 10 facts.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you...
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Bueno with the Whittemore Group at eXp Realty here in the Destin-Fort Walton Beach area. If this is your first time to our channel, thank you so much for checking us out. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and also tap on that bell just so you're notified every time we do new videos so you don't miss out on all the cool information that we give you about this area. We do have a lot of people that reach out to us, a lot of them from watching our videos because they are looking to purchase property here, or maybe as an investment or a primary home, secondary home, or there's people that just have general questions about the area. So if you have any questions or you are actually getting ready to make that big move here and you need some help, feel free to reach out to us here at the Whittemore Group. We love to help as many people as we possibly can. Just give us a phone call, send us a text or email, and we will definitely love to help you out in whatever your situation may be. Alright, so living in Fort Walton Beach might be hell unless you can handle these 10 facts. Number one, let's talk about the neighborhoods. There are inconsistent neighborhoods here in the Fort Walton Beach area. What I mean by that is that, Fort Walton Beach is a bit of an older town, so there are a lot of older homes. However, there's a lot of newer construction homes as well. Lots of lots been cleared out to make space for newer homes. So even if you are focusing on something a little newer, you might go into that neighborhood, great looking area, find your new construction home, and then right across the street from it, you might still see like a manufactured home or maybe an old abandoned home. Just might not be easy on the eyes. You'll have a lot of areas to where there's not a lot of HOA communities out here, so not too many areas where people are forced to maintain their yards or their property in general. So you might come across a neighborhood to where you have every other home that's just absolutely stunning. The lawn is well groomed, bushes are trimmed, flowers blooming, and then you might also see across the street or next door to that home, there's a home that's just, has lots of stuff sitting outside, not put away, might have abandoned vehicles or used car parts or old bicycles, motorcycles, RVs, old motorhomes, just whatever they don't want to get rid of, they have it right outside of their home to where everybody can see. And then, the next other house down or two houses down, there's going to be another well-maintained home. So it just doesn't kind of flow together in one neighborhood. But again, with Fort Walton Beach growing the way it is, again, you'll still see a lot of newer homes, but there are still lots of older homes too. Even a lot of the older homes have been completely renovated and up to today's modern look. However, not every neighborhood has that, and some neighborhoods do still kind of have that older feel to it. But then right down the street, there'll be what feels like a whole new subdivision. So there's not a whole lot of consistency when it comes to the neighborhoods here out in Fort Walton Beach. And number two, speaking of homes, a lot of the homes are closer together. So whenever we have people that reach out to us looking for homes, they talk about how they would love a big yard, they have dogs and children, or maybe they want a pool, or if it doesn't already have a pool, they want space to be able to have one put in. However, when they start looking in the Fort Walton Beach area, they do see that their options are limited when it comes to the lot size. There are a lot of homes to where, especially like the newer homes, where lots have been cleared to build new homes, they're kind of putting them wherever they can fit them in. So it will start to feel kind of congested, a little tight together. You can feel like you can reach out one window and kind of knock on your neighbor's window, kind of like that. Excuse me. So a lot of people are not too crazy about that, don't want to be too close to the neighbors. They don't want to hear what's going on in their neighbor's home. They don't want to feel like they're actually in a townhome or multifamily home. So I have come across that issue with a lot of buyers that need more space, more distance from the neighborhood or from their neighbors, or need more room to add more stuff to their backyard, like the pool or fire pit, or just a general play area for their kids. There's just not a lot of options within for Walton Beach that I've seen these days. But again, they're just, with all the new construction going on, they're just trying to find lots of areas where they can just fit them in regardless of the lot size, as long as the home looks beautiful. But again, that doesn't work for a lot of people who need that extra space. Number 3, let's talk about air traffic. So of course, for Walton Beach is right in between 2 military bases. There's Eglin Air Force Base and Hurlburt Field Air Force Base. So with that being said, you're going to hear a lot of the airplanes going over, across your homes if you're living within for Walton Beach. There's also the airport right there by Eglin Air Force Base. So even if you live in the north part of for Walton Beach, you'll probably hear more of that. So if that bothers you, if you don't like to hear the airplanes, or maybe it actually scares you to hear airplanes that close to your home, for Walton Beach might not be for you, because even a lot of people like the sound of it. It's the sound of freedom. Other people might not like that so much because it's just annoying, or maybe they're light sleepers and it wakes them up a lot. Maybe they have babies or children that wake up easy and can't finish their nap or can't sleep through the night because they're hearing a lot of air noise. So if you, in fact, don't like to be close to airports or be around the airplanes, then Fort Walton Beach would definitely not be for you, with the 2 military bases and the airport close by. Wouldn't work out for you. Number 4, there's no amusement parks per se in Fort Walton Beach. So if you are coming from an area such as like Orlando, that's a big one, of course, or even more south of Florida where there's SeaWorld, Busch Gardens. Of course, in Orlando you have Disney World and Universal Studios. If you live in an area like that, to where you just have that quick and easy access to all that fun, the amusement parks where they have the roller coaster rides and all the fun things to do, for Walton Beach would definitely not be for you, because we don't have that in this area. There are little mini amusement parks that you can probably enjoy. There is Wild Willie's Adventure Zone on Okaloosa Island. It's a little small, they have go-karts and putt-putt golf. They do have an arcade, and they have a rock climbing, or like a wall climbing thing that you can enjoy with even kids. And then there is the Golfarium, also on Okaloosa Island. It's next to the boardwalk. So if you do like to see the sea animals, there is a little spot for that. And for Walton Beach, it actually is expanding. They're in the process of adding on a dolphin oasis. So it's great to see that expanding as well, to have more animals to enjoy here in the area. But of course, it's nothing like SeaWorld. And there's also there's a water park in Destin, not too far from Walton Beach. And if you really want to enjoy something a little bit bigger, you'd have to head a couple hours down to Panama City Beach and enjoy, I think it's Shipwreck Island. But outside of that, I mean, we do have our annual county fair that makes its rounds every year out at the fairgrounds. But other than that, there's not much of a amusement park environment here in the Fort Walton Beach area. So if you like that every so often and not have to travel far, then Fort Walton Beach wouldn't be for you. Number 5, what you might not like about Fort Walton Beach is that you do see police everywhere. So I guess this is directed towards those of you that are little troublemakers out there, people that don't like to follow the rules. I know every time I'm out, maybe it's just because I'm very aware of what's around me, I do see a lot of police, whether they're in front of me, behind me, or cruising parking lots, or off the shoulder waiting to catch somebody doing wrong. They are out there everywhere. So if you're one that don't like to follow the rules, you like to speed, you have your heavy foot, or you don't like to keep up with your registration, have expired tags, or you don't maintain your vehicle, you have your bulbs are out, your tail lights out, headlights out, maybe you don't like to use your turn signal, or maybe you just like to speed through school zones, or just any rules out there in general that will get you pulled over, that might not fly right with you here in Walton Beach, because the police are out there. I mean, they're not out there just completely harassing you, but again, if you are one of the ones that just like to break all the rules, then you will definitely get caught here. So definitely you would not want to consider Walton Beach if you don't like to play by the rules. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people. I'm guilty of doing a little speeding here and there. I might realize it, might not. However, I do try to play it safe here. I need a good, clean driving record, especially with my line of work. And I do need my car, I do need a good license, and I do need to drive everywhere I need to be. So again, if you're a bit of a troublemaker, then you might not like this area with all the police that we do have floating around. Number 6, we do have a lot of tourists in the area. So if you do not like to live in an area where there's a lot of people coming and going, then Walton Beach may not be for you either. Now, these tourists would more so be probably in the south part of Walton Beach and Okaloosa Island, where all the condos and of course the fabulous beach is located. However, there are people that will still kind of make their way into town. They might want to try and find a place to shop or to eat, so they would need to come more into town for that. There are options in downtown for Walton Beach near Okaloosa Island, so it'll be more congested there in that area with the tourists. However, again, if you don't like to be in an area to see lots of new faces or people that just don't know what they're doing or where they're going, that might irk your nose a little bit. So if you don't like to be in a place where you'll see a lot of new faces, then you definitely wouldn't like Walton Beach, because they're out there floating around. You'll see new people every day. Number 7. We don't have a big shopping mall here in Walton Beach, so if you're a big shopaholic, like to shop till you drop, then you might need to head out somewhere else, maybe to Destin or Pensacola, Florida. Walton Beach does have a mall called the Santa Rosa Mall, but there's not a whole lot going on with it. There's a lot of stores that are shut down. There's a lot of vacant stores in there. It's not doing so well these days. Not the way it was back when I was a teenager and used to hang out in the mall a lot. So there's not many shopping options in the mall here, but we do have other areas, like there's Uptown Station. Drew a blank there for a minute. There's Uptown Station off of Eglin Parkway. So there's some retail stores there, like Ross and Five Below, Ulta Beauty. There's Winn-Dixie. There's also Buffalo Wild Wings and Thai ramen if you like some Thai food. A few other options there as well. There's Starbucks, of course, and Baskin Robbins. Let me not forget about that. And there's also, going out towards Mary Esther, you'll see, before you get to Santa Rosa Mall, you'll come across like TJ Maxx. There's Bell's, and there's a couple pet stores in the area as well. But other than that, nothing big, nothing fancy. Again, you'd have to head out to Destin if you like to do some hardcore shopping and hit up Destin Commons or the Silver Sands outlet, or maybe go to Pensacola and go to the Cordova Mall, or even right out to Panama City. But you don't have too many big options here in the Walton Beach area as far as shopping. Number 8, as we mentioned in a lot of our videos, we talk about the traffic. If you are maybe from a smaller town to where maybe there's just like one 4-way intersection and stop signs, no stoplights, or maybe the caution light, you might get a little annoyed here in Walton Beach, because we do have a lot of traffic in certain parts of the year. Certain areas, of course, with this being a military town, we have a lot of military members that have to, work the same shift, getting off work at the same time, or heading to work at the same time, people getting out of school. It'll just drive the traffic congestion up a little bit higher. And they have, of course, in peak season, when all the tourists are joining in on the fun as well, you'll definitely hit up a lot of traffic. But again, you just, if you don't have the patience for that, then you might want to stay away from Walton Beach. We do have Highway 98, which is the main road that kind of zips through the coastal areas, that goes from Pensacola through Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Mary Esther, Walton Beach, Destin. Miramar, so it's the one road that goes straight through. So if you don't really care for the traffic, again, just kind of stay away from Walton Beach area. You might want to head out maybe a little further north away from the congested area. Number 9, in Fort Walton Beach, you'll see a lot of children everywhere, which is a great thing. But if you don't like to be around a lot of children, then this area would not be for you, because again, with the neighborhoods the way they are, a little congested and crammed, you see a lot of kids nearby, whether they're out there playing, they could be making a lot of noise, just having a good time. You might consider them just being obnoxious, but kids are kids. They're going to just be off in their own world, whether they're quiet or loud. And they are also, of course, the school zones. You'll have a lot of schools that are kind of close together, with the high schools and the middle schools, and even with the elementary schools. You're going to come across a lot of school zones in the morning and afternoon, which is also going to contribute to that traffic I just talked about. But again, there's a lot of children around. I know there's a lot of people that kind of don't like to be around that. They work their nerves a little bit. Maybe they just don't have children of their own, or have grown children and just don't want to have anything to do with the I know children are innocent and friendly in most cases. However, if you don't like to be around that, if you don't like to have children playing around your home, maybe close to your property, or you don't even like to hear children playing, or you don't like to be near a school to where you have to deal with kids walking by or riding bikes, then you either need to make sure you pinpoint just the right area where you won't have to come across all that, or pretty much just find an area where there's not so much children that reside in that area. And number 10, this is for people that get very attached to other people. There are a lot of neighbors that come and go because there's a lot of military families in the area. So if you grow to love your neighbors wherever you live, it's kind of hard to, grow that attachment with your neighbors and become good friends. Maybe your children become great friends with their children, and you grow to love their children like they were your own. It gets a little hard to say bye to them when it's time for them to move on, because they are a military family and they got orders to relocate. So I remember experiencing that when I was a child. I was a military brat myself. So it was hard to kind of pack up and leave, say bye to my friends, and same thing if I am living somewhere and got settled in and made a new friend next door, a few doors down, and next thing I know, just when we started to build a good bond, they had to move away. So again, if you like to just have the same neighbors and just kind of just kick it together for long time, years to come, it's kind of hard to get that around here in the Fort Walton Beach area with so many people just coming and going. So that could be a big disappointment for you if you are living in the Fort Walton Beach area. Alright, well, if you can't handle those 10 facts, then maybe Fort Walton Beach would not be right for you. But that's all for today, guys. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to like and share this video with anyone you know that may be interested in the Fort Walton Beach area and might need to figure out if it's right for them or not. Again, I'm Stephanie Bueno with the Whittemore Group at eXp Realty, and I'll see you guys next time. See you later.